Hi, my name's Sam, Director of Reddit Security Systems, and today we're going to be kicking off a new series of videos where we review various products that we either find interesting, that manufacturers have sent to us for a review, or people like you have chosen for us to take a look at. So let's get straight into it. So today we've got quite an interesting product from Night Sabre. This is their POE powered light, their NS45PW in white, also available in anthracite grey, available for purchase from DVS and Nyman's. Now our friend Mark Wall over at Wall to Wall Security sent this over and asked us to take a quick look at it. So we're just going to quickly take it out of the box and have a gander. So before we take the light out of the box, let's take a look at some of the accessories that you get with it. Firstly, nice little installation manual, beautiful. Weatherproof gland, make sure you're installing these to ensure your warranty isn't voided. And then we've got some bracketry, some fixtures and some fittings. Now what I normally find with included fixtures and fittings is the raw plugs are generally crap and the screws are awful, so probably use your own. Now moving on to the light, they do have a smart variant to my knowledge, which is app control. Unfortunately this isn't the one. It is POE powered, but to my knowledge I couldn't actually find it on the network, so I think it is just power only on this model. But Mark has shown me their smart version, which is fully app controllable and change all the settings. It's great. Inside this little casing here, there is a dial where you can change the time that it's on for, and obviously it's PIR activated. And another cool feature is you've got this alarm input here as well. So if you link this up with a camera or an intruder alarm, for example, you can trigger it and make it go on using this little cable here. So first impressions is it's quite smart, nice and small. Really good for people that aren't electricians, that have got a spare network port and just want to throw some lighting in. Quite an interesting use case for this would be if you were to throw it in a network rack, link it up with a door contact and set it to be open for the longest period of time. That way you've got instant light whenever you need it inside a network rack. But for today, I've gotten up at 3 o'clock in the morning, so we can throw this up outside on the front of the unit because I have no lighting out there at the moment, and see what it can do. So bear with me, I'm going to get it installed. Right, okay, so the light's all installed. A few key takeaways. Firstly, make sure you get all your tools ready, otherwise you'll be running backwards and forwards like I was. But you'll have to excuse me on that one because it is 20 to 4 in the morning. So we've finally got a bit of light on the front of the unit, and if I walk over here a bit, it throws off quite a nice amount of light, which is pretty good for example, if we want to go in the back of the van, it's a bit dark in the morning. It gives us just a little bit of extra light on the front. Beautiful. So a couple of key takeaways on the actual fitting of it. It's really good. I like the mounting mechanism. So the two little brackets that we saw, it actually just clips straight onto them. So you screw those in, you clip it straight on there. My one bugbear, which you can't see in the dark because that light is too light. You can actually. So I wanted to run a little bit of conduit across the top there and then feed the cable in because I didn't want to go straight through the back and have a gaping hole. The one issue that I found is that with the included weatherproofing, it doesn't quite fit through a 25mm gland. Now, obviously I've just thrown the cable there for now. I will run that properly in a minute. So, let me grab a few bits and we'll have a quick chat. So we've installed the light. I really like the mounting mechanism, it's quite nice. So you just put the two brackets up, clip the light in, great. So the one issue I found was the weatherproof gland that was included on the cable was slightly too large. Now, as this is a product that is aiming to be used in conjunction with CCTV cameras, that poses quite the problem, as I tried to use a 3/4 inch weatherproof gland. So this is a Hikvision base. Now, if you're installing the light next to one of these cameras, you'd want to come up and into here with the cable. Unfortunately, the weatherproofing doesn't fit through here, and you can't take it off, so you can't just take the gland off and run the cable in. So maybe an alteration would be include a compartment on the light where you could plug your Ethernet cable in, or a more slimline weatherproofer, just so they can get through these glands, because it was nearly there, just not quite big enough. Other than that, it gives out an amazing amount of light. If you're also not an electrician, like I'm not, and you're already running network cable everywhere, that's $1 to throw up. It's great, it throws out a good amount of light, and I'm really happy with it, to be fair. Fantastic product. I'd like to get my hands on the smart version to give that a run, but other than that, quite impressed. So obviously we've gone through all the fun stuff, we've installed it, I've gone over my sort of aches and pains with it, but we do need to go over some of the specs on it. It runs at around 45 volts, throwing out 1400 lumens, takes 11 watts to power. The PIR's got a 9-meter range, so it's pretty good, especially if you're installing up high. And then the PIR will become active when it gets down to about 20 lux as well, so it's quite good for detecting the light levels in the surrounding area, not flicking on, being a nuisance. Obviously it's IP65 rating. It's rated for 35,000 hours, which is, you know, it's an LED bulb, they go forever. And I mean, with the weird temperature we've been having lately, this may be an issue, but the operating range is from -20 degrees all the way up to 50 degrees. So, you know, when we're bordering on 46 degrees or something for having, it's been, you know, the weather is mad. So my final thoughts, absolutely fantastic product. Loads of applications. I think just a few tweaks need to be made to the cable, but the actual unit itself is brilliant. I can see it being used alongside intruder alarms and CCTV perfectly. And for those installers that just need a little bit of extra light and don't want to get an electrician in, it's a really cost-effective product just to launch in. It's a really good product for you to get that additional bit of lighting that you need and help your customer feel a bit safer. Thanks for watching. I hope this has given you a really good insight to an installer's point of view on the Night Sabre. I think we may look to start implementing these. What I'd probably recommend is putting a whisker box or similar near here, just to house the connection. Thank you very much. My name is Sam, Director of Red Security Systems.